Hello and welcome to A Homespun House. My name is Molly and I am the creator behind A Homespun House, and it has been a little while. Quite a bit of things have happened. I went to Rhinebeck, New York for the Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool Festival, and I had such a wonderful 4 days there, spending time with friends, meeting new friends, and it was kind of just a really special weekend. I purchased a couple of really sweet things, which I will share with you at the end of this episode. And yeah, I just have been having a lot of fun doing a lot of knitting and creating. And one of the things that I have been creating is exactly what I'm wearing right now. This is my everyday cardigan. It is a pattern designed by myself, Molly Klett, and I am wearing this out of our Nurture colorway. This is a yarn that we do not offer in the shop. It is only offered in kit form for the everyday cardigan. And the reason why is because this is a hand spun yarn made in Peru. It is 50% Highland Peruvian wool and 50% alpaca. It is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. There are 75 yards per 100 grams, so it's really quite thick. And I have it kitted up in two sizes, a 28 to a 42, and then a 48, I think, all the way up to a 68. So there are two different sizes, and they're oversized, really, really cozy. I love mine, and I really, really enjoyed knitting it. It's something that you can knit. You could knit it up in a day if you spent a day knitting it. You could knit it up in a week if you leisurely took your time. This uses 9 skeins of yarn. So if you do it in 4 days and you do 2 skeins plus a little bit more a day, you have your cardigan knit, and it knits up so fast because it is on such large needles, and it's just a really fun, seamless garment it's so warm, it's so cozy. I wore this as my jacket while I was in Rhinebeck pretty much, well, all of the time. It kept me warm. It's thick, there's no superwash in it, and I have these, like I said, they're in the shop in kit form, and in the notes section is where you would write which colorway you would like me to dye it up on for you. The pattern will be out later this week. It is written, it is edited, it just needs photographs. So something very, very simple. Hopefully Robert and I can get outside today, and Robert's my husband, and we can get some photographs taken. It's a pretty gray fall day. It's quite cool, but I think it's maybe 7 degrees Celsius, and this will definitely keep me warm. Normally I probably would wear a shawl with this at this temperature, but for some photographs, I think it's fine. So I've had a lot of fun knitting this. It is a single ply, bulky weight yarn, and it is so warm. It is so cozy. I have it on with a short sleeve shirt underneath, and it's not itching me at all. It's kind of like the same as with a mohair yarn. Some people who might be a little bit more empfindlich or sensitive to mohair yarn, they might have to have this just cool up to their skin a little bit, or warm down to their skin a little bit. And then it's not so itchy anymore. So that's what I would recommend. If you're layering it, which I think this is generally a layering piece, that's why it's oversized, it shouldn't be itchy at all. I knit my sleeves a little bit shorter. I'm one of the weird ones who likes shorter sleeves on my garments, just because I'm constantly doing things, and I do not like sleeves going down. When I'm standing, they go to about here, but if I'm doing anything, they go up a bit, and they have a really nice form fit right here so that it's not falling way down on my arms. So I really enjoyed this piece. I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. The yarn is really quite expensive. I'm still charging the normal price that I would charge for this yarn, but it is it's a very, very expensive yarn. That's why I'm only dyeing it up made to order. So I'm really happy with this. I would like to make it in a couple of different colors. I think it would be beautiful in Lincoln. My sister said that she would love it in a blue tone so that she can wear it with black jeans and with blue jeans. I think a lot of our colors though would work really well for black and blue jeans, like Nurture. That's why I chose this color. It's also my favorite color, but I think it works really well for black or blue jeans. And it still has some of these really sweet little nubs from nature in the yarn. I really love that when I'm knitting with it, that you find all of the extra little pieces of hay and just nature from the sheep who the wool was spun from. But I think it could look beautiful in so many different colors. I think it would look really great in rose gold. The options are endless. I finished 2 other hats this one I finished while I was away at Rhinebeck, New York. This is the Everyday Slouchy Beanie by Tristan Molina, which is Dragon Horde Designs. And I knit this out of our Lincoln colorway on Soft Sock as the main colorway. And then I knit it out of rose gold mohair. I love the way this turned out. I have definitely been getting good wear out of this hat. And I think this and the hat that I knit out of our Beltane colorway are my 2 favorites. I really, really like the darker colors that I've used to make the Everyday Slouchy Beanie. I just think this is so pretty. And I think this would look gorgeous in an everyday cardigan. So the next hat that I finished, I knit out of Butter Mellow and Rose Gold. But the reason why it looks so creamy is because I used a skein of Fresh Sheets mohair along through this hat. Also really pretty, very pastel toned. It's just fun to make so many different versions of this hat. This one's smaller. I knit a smaller size. So there are those 2, and I've got a good collection of these going. I haven't decided if I'm going to knit up more of them. I think it would be fun to knit up a DK version again for my dad. But again, that's just a thought. So I am knitting another hat. This is not an Everyday Slouchy Beanie. While I was away at Rhinebeck, New York, I spent a bit of time with Christy from Yarn Cafe Creations Yarn. And she is a beautiful, beautiful person. So nice, kind, and I really enjoy the time that we have together. So she gifted me a skein of her unicorn colorway on 100% 100% superwash merino yarn, and I was going to knit up her Pennywise hat out of this colorway. However, I cast it on, and then I was flying home the next morning. So I got on the plane and I hadn't downloaded the Pennywise hat, and so I thought it was the only thing I took with me. I needed something to knit, so I just continued to knit and knit and knit and knit and knit, and this will be a stockinette cap. I don't know who it will be for, if it will be for one of my girls or if it will be a gift. I have no idea. I also was thinking this would make the sweetest pixie cap. I've knit a bit of these for my children. Every time they wear them, parents at school comment on them, teachers comment on them, how much they love them, and they're just really sweet hats with a cowl, and then they have this pixie gnome styled cap. But I think this would look really, really beautiful for one, although I pretty much just like to use non-superwash wool for those hats. So I'll probably continue to knit this up as a hat, and then I'll use whichever leftovers I have to probably make a pair of leg warmers or something really sweet. But I am a bit bummed that this wasn't a Pennywise hat. I think that would have been just the perfect complement to the yarn, being that Christy gave me the yarn, and I love that pattern. It's so beautiful. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, I couldn't recommend it more. Christy is actually Tristan, who designed the Everyday Slouchy Beanie. Christy is Tristan's mom, for those of you who don't watch the Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. I have this in my large market basket. We got some of these in the shop finally, which is so exciting. I love these so much. I used to have a green one, which I've gifted to somebody else, and now I've taken this one for myself. And we don't have too many large market baskets left in the shop, so get on those while you can. The next thing that I've been working on are these socks for Robert out of Indie, Rose Gold, and Electric Feel. I've kind of stopped knitting on these a bit just because Robert has recently told me that he does not like these socks. I was pretty bummed to find that out because Robert's socks take a very, very long time to knit. He has huge feet and he likes his cuff, or he likes his leg very long. And he just told me while I'm at the toe that he doesn't really like them. I don't like striped socks, he says. And I said, but you saw me knitting these for you when I had like this much knit, and you knew that they were for you and that they were striped. Why didn't you say anything? I don't know, he said. Anyway, I'm going to finish knitting these for him. I have one finished and I hope that he wears them. If he doesn't, he's told me now, I could have stopped. It's my own fault at this point, but I don't know if he'll wear them, in all honesty. I don't really know what to do at this point of this sock. I probably could cut it here, and make leg warmers for the girls. I could do that. And then just pick up the ribbing. But I already have one sock finished. I mean, this has taken so long. So I don't know. I guess I need to talk to him about it a little bit more, because I do not want to spend time knitting a second sock for him when it will be a pair of socks that he doesn't really wear. I just thought I was being so wonderful using up my scraps as well. These are all scraps from different projects. So I have this in is this an everyday market basket? I can't remember. I have these in an everyday market basket, and this is just a natural one. We have some natural ones. I know I always show patterned ones, but I know that not everyone likes patterned baskets. So pretty much in all of our baskets, we have a couple naturals that are possible that if you request them, we'll have them. If we don't have a natural in stock and you request it, I would definitely send you an email and let you know that. So those have been fun to knit, but definitely a bit of a setback. I'm knitting another pair of socks, which have been very fun. I'm really enjoying them. This is out of our Halloween Town colorway. I have some of this dyed up in the shop. Once it is gone, it is gone. I will not be dyeing it again until next Halloween season. So my sister chose this color for her Christmas socks. I'll be gifting these to her for Christmas. At the top, we have Lincoln again. You can see that I really, really adore that colorway. And then we have Halloween Town. And then we have Lincoln again for the toe. So this is the first one. I think it knit up and speckled up so beautifully. So I love that. And then I'm knitting the second one now, again with Lincoln at the top, Halloween Town. And I am probably at the toe decreases, which is so much fun. I'm really excited to have a pair of my Christmas socks finished. I would like to knit Robert a pair, my sister a pair, my grandma a pair, my mom, and then my dad a pair. So Amy's are almost finished. And then I showed you Robert's, they're halfway finished if he thinks he'll wear them. And then I'm knitting my grandma a pair of socks. You guys have seen these a couple of times, but for those of you who don't watch every episode, this is what they look like. It is out of Signature 4-ply West Yorkshire Spinners in the Pheasant colorway. So this on top is just a red tonal colorway. And here I am knitting the leg of the foot, the cuff. I can't seem to get those straight right now, of the sock. So this is a wool. It's 75% wool. I think it has to be superwash. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it is. It contains 35% of the wool is blue-faced Leicester. That's cool. It definitely feels quite toothy and warm. My grandma's coming to stay with us this Friday, so I'm very, very excited about that. I don't know exactly how long she'll stay, but I'm guessing a little bit. Not longer than a week though, because her daughter is coming to stay with her the following week. So these are fun. I have them in a little oval basket, which we also don't have too many of those left in the shop. So those are all of the projects that I have been working on. Socks have really been giving me energy lately. I've really, really been enjoying knitting them, and this cardigan. I wanted to share with you guys some of the yarns that I have in the shop right now. And right now I've added quite a bit of holiday yarns to the shop, which is very exciting. You guys seem to be loving those. Here we have Gingerbread House, and I want to share with you guys how this knits up because I have a lot of people asking. I have some knit up in a pair of socks. These are rubies out of our gold stellina yarn. So this is Gingerbread House, and this is the blueberry waffle sock. Aren't they so sweet? I knit up a pair for Elodie as well. Hers are, of course, larger. So these are Elodie's. And they'll get these soon. I can't believe the first Advent, I think, is in 4 weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks. So these are rubies. I just have to finish them. I have a really sweet, simply serving gingerbread house. Do I have 2 of these? I do. I have a new one from Lindsay that she gifted me this past, this is her new one. And this is the old one that I have from her. This is Gingerbread House knit up on gold stellina. So yarns always look very, very different when they're in the skein. And of course, all different skeins will look different. Some socks might knit up with a lot less of this gingerbread color. They might be a lot more cream. It's all hand-dyed yarn, so it's all going to look different. So there is Gingerbread House. And then we have a brand new colorway to a Homespun house, our holiday collection. This is Land of the Misfit Toys. And this is just, it's such a fun one. Really bright, vibrant. It's kind of a vintagey Christmas look with those pastel tones of greens and minty greens and pinks, and but then also classical deep greens and reds. That's Land of Misfit Toys, inspired by Rudolph. Then we have classic as always, Jingleberry. Really highly speckled, pretty colorway. I still have more holiday colorways to dye, like Home for the Holidays, Jingle Bell Rock. What's another one that I've dyed that's done really well? This is Holly Jolly Christmas. Trim the Tree, that's another one. I'll be dyeing those up this week, and I think I'll probably be restocking these this week because they're getting quite low in stock. So this is not a holiday colorway, but it is one that I bring back every now and again to a homespun house, and this is Family Secrets. Seems like I usually bring this one back in the fall pretty often. So there's Family Secrets. And I hope that you guys enjoy those. If you go to the website and see that they aren't there, if you want more than 3 skeins of a colorway, you can always click on the custom dye tab and order any of these along with any of our other colorways that you like or are interested in. And I will be adding more to the shop probably next week, maybe this week. Not this week, next week definitely. So I wanted to share with you guys what I purchased while I was at Rhinebeck. Sheep and Wool Festival. And not just Sheep and Wool Festival, because I visited Needles Up, which is where I got this beautiful mug. There's coffee inside. I had my coffee in it this morning, so it's a little bit coffee stained. And this is from Doghouse Pottery. Absolutely beautiful. There are no handles, and I really love that. I think it's absolutely stunning. And then I saw this one, which is just so different. I love this cup. I love the bottom of it. It's just very unique. Really, really special. So I really am enjoying that one. And then while I was at Needles Up, Sandy from by the lakeside was there. And I purchased this really sweet little kind of patchwork needle pouch. Has my favorite colors in it, and I thought it was really sweet. She doesn't often sell these in her shop. They're really a special commodity. So I decided that I would treat myself to one of these. And then while I was at the festival, I bought each of my little sweeties, my little girls, a gift. So I got them each one of these handmade kitty cats. They're very, very cute. My eldest one got this one, and my younger one got this little baby. And then there was a booth called Flowering Heart Homestead. The artist is Amelia, and she had a lot of really neat Waldorf style toys and naturescapes and things like that. And so I purchased this really sweet naturescape. It's made out of 100% wool, needle felted. There's a little bit of sewing in there too. And then it came with these, whoops. And then it came with these really sweet little characters. So here this one has long braids, and then this one has shorter hair. Very, very sweet with the pretty little leaves and mushrooms. I really adore this. That was a really fun find. So I didn't go crazy buying things at Rhinebeck. There really wasn't anything that I had in mind that I wanted to buy. I knew I wasn't going to buy any yarn, but I definitely had my eyes open for some pretty pottery and something sweet for my girls. And it was such a fun time walking around. My friend Carly, who has a podcast, which is so fantastic. She is so sweet. We spent a lot of time together. The first day we sat off on our own and just relaxed with a coffee for myself and a tea for her, and just kind of watched Rhinebeck go by and enjoyed some little baked items. And that was really nice and special. And it was a really fun way to see Rhinebeck for the first time. That was kind of how it opened for us. And then we spent a little bit of time walking around, and we looked in some of the barns and things like that. And then I think that day we headed over to the hill and talked with some people, and that was really, really fun too. And then Carly and I went off again and we walked through some more of the barns. So that was how we spent that first day, and that was a lot of fun. And yeah, then Sunday I just kind of went off and walked around by myself, which was also a very, very different perspective too, and was a lot of fun. But it was a really fun experience. It was difficult at times to be away from the girls and Robert, especially in the beginning. But the flight there was so quick. It was 2 hours there, 2 hours back. And I'm happy that I went. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of wonderful people. And I got a lot of knitting done. I'm really surprised with how much knitting I was able to get done. I brought along Amy's socks, the one knit out of Halloween Town. I knit this pretty much the entire time I was at Rhinebeck. I cast it on while I was waiting for the the plane to arrive, and I finished this hat. That is all that I took with me for the 4 days. And I'm happy that I did, because it made it so that I really, really worked on those socks and those projects, and I wanted to finish that hat. So yeah, it's been fun chatting with you guys. Robert's in the other room editing a Patreon vlog. For all of you who are Patreons, all of your yarn for October has been dyed up. I know that you guys will love it. And we have filmed, and up on our Patreon is a recap of Rhinebeck and vlog footage pretty much. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. I've had a lot of people asking about Vlogmas this year, if we will have that available on Patreon or if we'll have that on YouTube. And editing a vlog every single day, that will be something for our Patreons. And then, like I said, we'll probably release 1 or 2 random days a week for YouTube subscribers. I hope that that makes sense. It's something that I was editing before when Robert would bring the girls to bed, but it will be something that he's doing during his workday, like he is doing for all of the Patreon vlogs that we do now. But I'm looking forward to it. Vlogmas is coming soon. It's a really exciting time of year. I have been finding new traditions through talking with new people and fun ideas. And yeah, I'm excited. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.